Hi everyone, this is Dango. In this video, we are going to talk about how to use and how to build Kasumi in Illusion Connect. So a lot of players is going to have Kazumi's banner in the future, and many players are trying to summon her because a lot of player says that she's a very strong character. So in this video, we're going to talk about why Kazumi is so strong and in which team you can use Kazumi. So to begin with, Kazumi is an attacker class character. So if you are using the attacker team, you are likely going to put Kazumi in your team. So notice that the cost for Kazumi is pretty high, 17. So if you want to use her in attacker team, which means your leader is going to be the Nightmare Hunter, then you also want to run some lower cost units to bring the average cost below 14, so you have the extra benefit of sniping opponent's leader. So in that case, you want to run some like low cost units like Nina or Saya. Both units are pretty free to play. So yeah, Kazumi is also one of the units that is pretty free to play friendly. So the other part, so Kasumi can also be very good in other teams as well. If you run a Paladin team with the tank heal strategy, or if you are using the Sorcerers or the Mages team with focus on the AoE power, Kazumi is going to be strong in both teams as well. This is just because how skill and how her talent works. So let's just read her talent. So the first part is going to increase the crit damage by 55%. Basically, in all the gacha games, the crit chance and crit damage are very essential, and so does Illusion Connect. This is very important. You get strong multipliers with the crit damage. So this part of the talent is already pretty good. The other part of the talent or the combat passive is that she's going to steal all the enemy's shield effect and invincible when she appears into the battlefield. So this is very critical because a lot of units they create like a shield to absorb the damage. Or you have even units like Shanti to have like immune to any damage, invincible buff at the beginning. So those are very annoying to deal with usually. So if you put Kazumi in the battlefield, she's going to steal all this shield and invincible. So that not only makes your opponent like easy to get killed, but also makes your Kazumi like very like tanky, like she's not going to get killed that easily just because she steals the shield and also she steals the immune to any damage. So your Kazumi is going to deal a lot of damage because of the shield, the invincible she steals just allows her to stand longer in the battlefield. So the other thing is she has a very strong unique scale. So basically this is a deadly curse. This is the column scale or land scale. So you attack all the enemies within the same column. And this is the attack multiplier looks pretty okay for land scale. I mean, this is not the highest, but it's also pretty, it's a mediocre multiplier here. But the crazy thing is that she treat for crit rate by 60% using the 40% of health points. This is crazy. So most of the units, they don't have any crit chance with them. So if you look at their attributes details, most characters is going to have initial crit rate for like 0%. So although the talent give you 55% increase in crit damage, you actually don't have the crit chance without the help from your gears and from the scale. So this scale just directly increases the crit rate by 60%, and you can further improve it by using some of the gears that we are going to talk about later. So if you have something like 80% crit chance, and with the crit damage increase, of course you can use gears to further increase crit damage as well. This is going to make Kazumi not only steal all the shield and invincibles, but also deals crazy damage to your opponent, whether you are trying to directly snipe your opponents or trying to kill some essential like tanks or healers for your opponents. This is going to be very effective. And the more crazy thing is that you don't even need to have a like crazy high star Kazumi for this to work. This is why I call this unit free to play. So you basically need to summon, like Kazumi is a selective banner, so at this 20 summon, you're going to get a guaranteed SSR. There you will have 30% chance to pull Kazumi, and if you didn't get there, you just do 50 more summons. So one copy of Kasumi is guaranteed. So even you're a free-to-play player, if you like saved enough for her, getting her at 70 summon definitely worth it, and you don't have to. I mean, you can slowly build her like star up by giving the opportunity to farm her shards every day. But yeah, even at 3-star, she's already amazing. All the things that she can steal, the shield, the invincible buff, happens at 3-star, and of course the damage at 3-star is already crazy. I'm using Kasumi at 3-star. You can see she's already level 152, and yeah, she's very helpful for both the PvE content and the auto arena. I'm pretty sure she's going to be strong when the Tencent like the PvP mode come as well. Yeah, but for now, she's already strong in both the auto arena and also the PvE mode. So, but if you can get her higher star, I think pretty much you can stop at 5-star. The 6-star only increase the crit chance for the special skill, which is decent, but special skill is just like single target skill without like too much anything else. The most essential thing for Kasumi is her unique skill, when she uses her unique skill, and when she enter the battlefield to steal all the shield and invincible buffs. Those are the most essential thing for Kasumi. If you can get 6-star, like if you work hard in this game and get 6-star, that's awesome. But if you are just like staying at 3-star, that's okay as well. If you can improve her to like 4-star and 5-star over time, then you're going to deal more damage at 4-star. You're going to increase her base attack at 5-star. So those will be significant improvement. So in Illusion Connect, it is pretty free-to-play friendly. Like you just farm her shard slowly over time. Like for me, I actually entered this game pretty late, and I missed some of this opportunity to farm her because I didn't realize she is that strong at the beginning. But yeah, you can farm shard at a decent speed, and you only need 60 shards to level her star to like 4-star and 5-star. So yeah, if you can do that, that's awesome. And I do think you can stop at 5-star. There is really not much need to push her to 6-star. Again, if you are well, then you can still push her to 6-star. But I think 5-star is pretty strong. This game you have to raise a lot of characters. So if you just stop her at 5-star and put your resource on other characters, that might be better than just like making her 6-star. So for the gears, so at this point, Kasumi is just a very strong attacker unit. Like she deal crazy damage. So the gear for Kasumi is going to focus on attack, crit chance, and crit damage. So right now, the best gear for Kasumi is the weapon is the weapon that can deal. So let's just check the gears here. So if you go to the gear summons and see details, you can see most of the gears in this game. This is not the completely this is not the complete gear set, but you have most gears here. So this gear increase crit rate by 2% in battle with level 1. So if you level this weapon to level 50, it increases the crit chance by 10%. So that's very strong with Kasumi. So that's easily the best weapon for her. This weapon here deals additional damage to the leader. If you're using Kasumi with the attacker team, which means your leader is the Nightmare Hunter, then this weapon here is also very strong. So these two are her best weapons. The other weapons like this one is also pretty decent. You can stick the attack up. And just because Kasumi can last the field pretty long, so you have more time to stack those attacks, so that's pretty good. So those are the weapons that I recommend for Kasumi. This one has heal block. So if you're facing opponents that use tank healer team, they put a lot of healers in their team, then you use this weapon to reduce the healing effect, which is pretty good as well. So then we are going to move on for the boots. Sakura Rain is easily the best boots for Kasumi, just because this one increases the the crit damage. Crit damage for Kasumi is already increased. With that gear, you can further increase her crit damage. And also, Kasumi has a decent chance to crit, so that's never bad. There is a SSR boot that you can use as well. So the boot that you can use for Kasumi, let me see, is going to be this Victory's Concert Stone. So this one is basically a reaction in battle has a 75% to increase the crit rate. So this one is pretty good for Kasumi because earlier we talked about your Kasumi is going to steal the invincible and barrier from the opponent. So it is very likely your Kasumi can live long enough that she can perform like 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 attacks. So those stacks on crit rate is going to be helpful as well. So those are the boot selections. For the accessory, I don't think the accessory you can pull from the general banner is good for Kasumi. But if you don't have like the best item for Kasumi, you can always just use any of the gear that just attacks increase the attack as a temporary accessory. So the accessory that is good for now is going to be this fairy shell. So basically you can get if you kill someone, you can increase the crit, I think this is a crit chance, and then this is going to last 2 turns. So this censored well with Kasumi. If you are using her at the beginning, then likely she's going to kill some of the non-tank units, and then you can get the stack. And as we said earlier, again, because you can steal those invincible or absorption barriers, Kasumi is going to last in the battle for a few more turns. So this stack on crit chance or crit damage is going to be really, really helpful. So this is basically how you build and how to use Kasumi in Illusion Connect. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe my channel. I'm going to have more character guides in the future. And this is all about this video. Peace.